Once again, I find myself going, I told you so. I told you so. And I did give this individual an advice through my videos, and I said, you better find a political home that is going to appreciate the work that you are doing in the city of Johannesburg, because your political party decided to take a very anti-South African route, anti-Black South African route, because you cannot have your president telling South Africans leave illegal foreigners alone, and your manifesto's opening sentence is about the protection of illegal foreigners, and yet as an MMC for safety, community safety, you are busy evicting illegal foreigners not only in the city of Johannesburg but out of South Africa too, because you are working with the stakeholders like Home Affairs and South African Police Service. So the contrast was just not making a lot of sense. Whom am I speaking about? I'm speaking about Dr. Mgcini Chwaku. They did you dirty, didn't they? But I knew they were going to do you dirty because EFF had its manifesto launch and even revealed the city of Johannesburg new mayoral candidate. I'm not going to butcher her name. I think it's Dineo her name is. And I knew the name of Dr. Mgcini Chwaku was not going to be called because EFF is anti-Black South Africans. And if you think as a young Black South African who is a resident or a citizen of Johannesburg and you are eligible to vote and you are looking at the EFF as you are doing yourself a disfavor. These are not people you should even consider because they want illegal foreigners to stay here, to continue taking your opportunities that you are fighting for in your communities. You see the candidates that are being presented to you as councillors, you need to put your faith in them that they are going to deliver what you want your community to have, especially as a young person. The young people thing that are required in our townships as well as informal settlement transitions and rural areas, things that are going to empower you as a young person, either in sports, academia, whatever the case might be, they don't exist. In order for you to go to a recreational center, you would have to take a taxi, a whole transport to leave your township to go probably to Johannesburg Stadium, because Johannesburg Stadium does have all the facilities that you require to exercise or practice your soccer and also compete with the other teams. And if you don't have that money, there's an open felt that has been there since the 1970s that y'all have makeshifted into a soccer field. And you have a Black government that has been around for 32 years. But no. Not once do they look at that open field and build you an amphitheater or a pavilion of some sort so that you guys have something that gives you dignity. And you've had councillors upon councillors upon councillors, and most of whom were ANC and themselves still ignored you. So do you think the EFF candidates that you might be considering will look at those open fields where you play soccer to develop yourself, and because you have this dream, right, to become a professional soccer player either with Kaizer Chiefs or Orlando Pirates or Mamelodi Sundowns? Before I used to say Mamelodi, child, my coconut butt was roasted at one point. Mamelodi. Mamelodi. I just had a flash. Don't start. Just don't start. So those are the things that I was thinking as I'm seeing this new mayoral candidate for the EFF. And I'm like, oh, shame. Mgcini Chwaku, your amazing work. And he was, you see, let's give credit where credit is due. Mgcini Chwaku, in as much as I was a little bit doubtful of him, But he won me over because he kept being consistent and he kept showing up that I am not doing this because I want to be re-elected. I'm doing this because it has to be done. This is what I was voted for. And that's exactly what he was doing. And then I made some videos since July last year. And I said, Mcini Chwako, as we are headed to the local government elections in 2026, find a political party that is going to appreciate the work that you do before they choose their own mayoral candidates and things of that nature. Kind of pull a Liam a stunt, Liam from DA MP, then he went to PA. Yeah, kind of do something like that. But of course, Mcini Chwako, he's faithful to EFF, and on top of that, he is earning as an MMC in community safety in the city of Johannesburg. So there was a lot for him to lose. I get it. But still, you are going to lose this job as they are building up to the 4th of November, because this new mayoral candidate is going to replace Dr. Mcini Chwako. And you still will not have a job. Right now, when you look at the political parties that I think will do well in the local government elections, like Action SA, I still believe that Action SA is going to do pretty well in the local government elections. And I love what Action SA did. Action SA was like, do you want to see your government in the city of Johannesburg? Boom. Here's the mayoral candidate and here's his government. I was like, I like that. The transparency of it all. At least now I know who is the MMC for community safety, who's the MMC for finance, and who's the MMC for this and that. I'm convinced. I'm like, this is great. I love this. This is new politicking of transparency when it comes to elections. Like, we are not going to surprise you. This is the team. Do you like the team? And you're looking at the team, it's people that are pretty capable. Because I had to do some little background check on all of them. They are the A team. If you asked me, I'm not promoting Action SA, and I'm not telling you to vote for Action SA either. And they never asked me to speak about them before some people come at me. No. This is me in my own capacity, because when I looked at this, it was unique. I liked it. And you know what I liked also about the team? Most of them are born in Johannesburg. So that means they remember my Johannesburg. Yeah, I'm calling it my Johannesburg. The kind of Johannesburg that I remember when I was 12 years old, when the first time I came to Joburg from Durban in 1993. I remember, am I giving myself the right age? Whichever age that was. What age was that? But I know I was a preteen. That I remember that Joburg, that beautiful Joburg, that in December, in fact, from October, the Commissioner Street, Marshall Street, Market Street, Harrison, Risick would be Christmas decorated, and we would go and admire that. Coming back from school in a school bus, when you just enter town and you go on Commissioner Street, and you're like, oh my goodness, look at this. This is beautiful. That's the kind of Johannesburg I remember. The Joburg Jamboree kind of Johannesburg. The kind of Johannesburg that had activities at library gardens. I don't know what nonsense they did to the library gardens right now with all those barriers. It looks awful. Action SA, when you take over that city, break down all that nonsense. Break down all that nonsense. If you ever win the elections in the city of Johannesburg. And of course, I used to think the PA was going to do well. I don't think so anymore. It is also anti-Black South Africans, and the leader came out very strong about how people are going to be dealt with if they exercised their constitutional right. Any political leader that usurps or threatens a constitutional right of a South African, that's not a South African in my books. You might be a South African born and grew up a South African and whatever else, but there is no way that a full-grown man that knows the taking away of people's rights by apartheid government, you would come and do exactly to the people of this country by telling them what to do. Dictatorship is not welcomed. But hey, that is your prerogative, what you do with your vote at the end of the day. Then, of course, the DA. The DA, I don't have a problem with the DA. I don't have a problem at all. I mean, the mayor candidate was born and raised in the city of Johannesburg. Yes, some people might attribute her to Cape Town. That's for me where I'm like, okay, let's look at this objectively. There is a record that shows that the mayor candidate of Johannesburg under the DA turned around the city of Cape Town. If you don't remember the city of Cape Town under the ANC, back in the early 2000s, before the DA took over it, I think in 2004, it looked almost like how Hillbrow looks like, or even the city of Johannesburg right now. Dilapidated. It was starting to rot. And that's when I asked myself, why Umuntu Omnyama doesn't like Intentle? So, of course, came Helen Zille, and then she ran for the city of Cape Town. And today, if you go to the city of Cape Town, yeah, I know it's got issues because people are going to send me to Kukule, to Khayelitsha, and all of this. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. You can send me there. It's neglected. Highly, highly neglected. So I acknowledge. But the point that I'm making here, there is a record here. And my question, or where I am sitting with this one, is, do I go with someone who is old in their 70s, but have a record of turning around a city, versus my emotions about the fact that she is old and we want fresh ideas and younger blood, at least 55 years old, because that's my max age. That's my max age. And I'm talking about age because this government is the one that introduced the whole age thing. That when you turn 35, you are an old age, I suppose. So we're going to go with that line until that law is changed. It's unconstitutional, by the way. It's unfair discrimination, and it's enshrined in Section 9 of the Constitution. Unfair discrimination is unconstitutional based on age. So I am there, like, oh, okay, but I am persuaded objectively by the record of Helen Zille. I don't care how you feel. That's your own feelings. That's your own conscience. That is why I respect your choice of political party that you are going to vote for. It's got nothing to do with me. It is you and your sewage that is running in front of your kitchen door that's making y'all sick, and the potholes also that you have to deal with, and you still have to deal with more burst pipes and goodness knows what else in your community. It's got nothing to do with me. I got my own little issues that I have to choose a political party that I think will fix these things. Maybe not all, but at least will listen to when I say, hey, there's this sewage running in front of my door, and I log in a call, and within 2 hours at most, it'll be gone. It'll be gone. So it's your prerogative. It's your right. Please don't ask me questions like, who do we vote for? Angas. But I will share with you towards the November elections, after I have done my due diligence with all the manifestos of every political party. Yes, that also includes the EFF. But so far what I'm reading, I'm like, I'm already here with the EFF. But hey, I still have a lot to read and understand. Maybe I'm misunderstanding things and misconstruing and misinterpreting. I don't know. But I don't think I'm that stupid. I don't think so. But I'm also hurt on behalf of Mgcini Chwaku. At least Mgcini Chwaku showed us his capabilities. And now you are bringing us a whole new person. Okay. And then what other political party? Oh yeah, Raisum Zansi with Lukhona Mnguni. I know Lukhona Mnguni is a very intelligent guy. He's a visionary, actually. Let me just put it that way. And I think people should give him an opportunity. He's young, he's fresh, very well educated, and he's politically in tuned. He's just a whole package. And he's a mayoral candidate for Rise Mzansi. I guess there's still a lot that he will also have to prove. And I'm looking at some of their own documents, and I see their vision is pretty modern, and I like that. I like the modernity of things and the fact that he might be the youngest mayoral candidate in this race for the 4th of November. And I like that. I like that very much. So, the Rise of Zansi, I just need a little bit more of action activities. I don't see a lot of in your face type of campaigning. Let's forget the whole education thing. You know, South Africans right now are educated people. Let's take that and cast it aside for now. Like being analytical and being detached and being bombastic. Let's put that aside. We know you're educated and everybody, but we need you raw. We need you close. We need you there, looking at raw sewage, pointing at it, standing probably on it, so that you can take the feel of what the people you are going to be representing feel like. Don't close your mouth with what you call these things, mask and everything. No. The constituencies that you are going to be serving, they don't wear those masks. These are the stenches they inhale day and night. Can you imagine in summer? So we want to see you do that to show empathy, so that when you do win the 4th of November, the first thing that's going to hit you is that stench, and you want to go and fix it for everybody. All right, Mr. Mnguni, I trust you when. Ngiyakthemba. You know why Ngiyakthemba. You know why. But let's move on from Rise Mzansi. And who else is there? Who else is there that I'm missing? oh no. I saw videos of communities chasing them out of their communities. And rightfully so. Me, I'm ready with my door. Bang on their faces. I call it Operation Bakazumnyango. Hashtag Bakazumnyango. I'm talking about the African National Congress here. Whoever they are going to put forward, I think they said they're going to put forward Reverend Frank Chikane. And then I'm thinking, I respect Reverend Frank Chikane. I think he's an awesome person, but come on, guys. Why the ANC don't listen? We want young, fresh blood with fresh ideas. We had Amos Masondo at one point. What did he do to the city of Johannesburg? Yeah. And the last thing we want is somebody that explains away everything without action. That is Frank Chikane, in my opinion. He explains things. He talks. And when he talks, it makes a lot of sense. But what about implementation? What about implementation? How about less talk shop and more of delivery? You're already short of billions of rands in terms of the city's purse. You need to get creative. How are you going to attract investors into the city of Johannesburg? And I personally believe, Lukhona Mnguni, take whatever is left of the purse of the city of Johannesburg, throw some spaghetti against the wall by inviting entrepreneurs, people that have business ideas and take the 4 billion rand and see at least if you can get like 100 of them. Give them each 1 million rand. Yeah, the opposition are going to lose their minds. But what you are doing, you are throwing some spaghetti against the wall. Trust me, there will be a lot that will stick. These are going to be the returns in maybe not in your first 5 years as a mayor, but you will start seeing the results as we move on. I'm just saying, there are a whole lot of opportunities that have opened up since illegal foreigners have left. I'm just letting you know. So you take that 4 billion rand and then call on people that are serious. I'm talking entrepreneurs that are serious, that are going to save the finances of the city of Johannesburg. Do like Franklin D. Roosevelt and his 5-year plan. See how you are going to go down in history as the mayor that saved the city of Johannesburg. I'm just saying. Again, guys, these are my opinions. Those are my observations. But stay away from trouble. Stay away from anti-Black South Africans anywhere in South Africa. The EFF is clear on that. They cannot deny it. They cannot deny it. We've heard them time and time and time again. How we shouldn't even be treated first because we are second-class citizens. Maybe they may not have said we're second-class citizens because their leader said, put South Africa first, my foot. I'm paraphrasing. So there we go. At least now you have an idea and some short listing to do as we move forward. As for the brother with blue eyes, is it something Anthony? Yeah, he is also anti-Black South Africans. He's very much anti-Black South Africans. I will leave it there. If you feel like he makes the best candidate for you, hey, that's totally up to you. That's it. Anyways, the reason why I'm laughing is because some of y'all have flooded my emails before. Clancy's will fund you. Stand for mayor. I'm like, no, to stand for mayor, anyway, in South Africa, you can't do it as an independent. You have to have a political party. And I have turned down many political parties that say, oh, please come work with us and all that stuff. I am not interested in establishments anymore. I don't believe in politics anymore, and like political establishments anymore. I know politics will always be with us. I mean, it decides for us. But belonging to a political establishment, whether I am leading it or I am part of it, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I might be the one that got away. I don't know. But I'm laughing because, there were some of y'all that lost your minds when I was telling you that, like, yeah, it's people like you who are a problem. That when people see something in you, you say no. I understand. I truly understand, but my heart is not there. My heart is not there. And especially when we have the constitution that we have in this country, nah. The constitution of this country shuts you down. It does not allow you to express yourself the way you need to express yourself. The questions about international obligations, they are true. They're enshrined in the Constitution. I mean, you had Dayton Mackenzie, who's a textbook definition of what I'm saying. And then he got into government, and then the Constitution said, shut up. And he had to. But what the Constitution did not say is for him to be anti-Black South Africans and being a dictator. People have a right to express themselves through protesting because it's enshrined in the Constitution. I'm just saying. Let's change the Constitution. Maybe I might reconsider this position that I'm in. Right now, I repeat, in Parliament, you have all the wrong people there. I'm not accusing them falsely. You see it yourself. They have no sense of urgency. They have no vision. They're just in jail there. They're just there. None of them is challenging the president about a person that is earning 2.5 million rand annually, doing absolutely nothing. None of them is doing. Yes, it might be the prerogative of the president, but at some point, somebody must take it to court because it is public purse that is being robbed blind. Anyways. Oh, except Uzungula Shem. Uzungula, Mkipeni in what I just said. That man cares for South Africa. Uvuyo Zungula cares about South Africa. Hey, who knows? Maybe that's the person you should vote for in November. I don't know. But I'm just saying. Anyways, I will leave you guys to it. Happy Sunday and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I just came back from a very long trip. My eyes are even watery. I don't know if you can see. I'm almost like tearing. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I think I just need to take a nap maybe for like 2 hours and then do other stuff. Thanks, guys. Thank you for your support. Thank you, the heater. It's nice and warm here. Finally. Thank you so much, guys. I highly appreciate you. I'll see you later. Goodbye.